everybody, and welcome to the FMRA Sportsman Series. I'm Lee Dark, and today, special guest Chris Snider, the author. I'll let him get into you about his new book under the pen name Raven Tucker, but in a moment, I'll let him do that. For now, let's talk about the man who's fastest steering practice, the 22 of Billy Ray Dog, Chris.
Nothing's slowing him down lately, and it's great to be here. It's been so long. This is my first race, and it's been so long since I've had Sally's taco truck. I've been missing it.
Yeah, I was wondering why you came in with 4 plates. I was a little confused. Does one of them plates have the goat's name on it? Did you get Sally's for the goat?
Maybe.
All right, well, I don't know. You and Rich and that damn goat, I'll tell you what. But let's see who's going to come out of qualifying with the pole position, because lately it's been where you started here in the Sportsman Series that really pans off. But here at Michigan, Chris, I mean, the track's so much wider. There's so much more lanes to work with. I have a feeling it's not going to be exactly where you place here today that matters.
I don't either, because you got to remember the last place we were at was a road course, and that kind of makes sense that it's hard to pass at, and where you start is like the pole sitter seemed to win the race. But here, I think it's going to be a different story.
Triple C's brother Dylan Wagner going to hold the pole for now. Let's see if he can hold it in another lap. Dylan comes on and got signed to Rad Roots Racing.
Like FMRA is getting new drivers every week.
Took over for Rory Thompson. Rory Thompson now drives his own SK, and it looks like, oh, we're seeing some shifts. And is that going to hold? Looks like it's going to. Chris Gamble comes through, steals the pole, Chris. Dylan's going to fall back to 5th. Summer Rain 2nd. Jackson Beauregard 3rd. Tyler Ferguson 4th. This is going to be the first top 5 start for Tyler Ferguson here in the Sportsman Series, I believe.
I think we should talk about Summer Rain, because she has got to be about the most improved driver this year. She has been running consistently around like the top 10, top 15, even finished 2nd last week.
I got to say, Summer Rain, definitely someone I did not expect to be running up in the top 5. Another driver that has done exceptionally well since their start, Caden Gamble. Caden has went on to win 3 races so far in the Dash Series, including yesterday's race at Michigan. He's won a road course. He won another race. I don't know what's going to slow down that young up-and-comer Caden Gamble, Chris.
When you got it, you've got it.
Well, let's go ahead and run the order real quick. We got sitting on the pole, the 93 of Chris Gamble. Next to him is going to be the 60 of Summer Rain. Let's go back to the 007 of Jackson Beauregard and the 14 of Tyler Ferguson in the second row. We got the third row here of the 01 of Dylan Wagner next to the 001 of Mike Storm in that third row. We got the fourth row of the number 5 of Aaron Aldridge next to the 56 of Mikey Henderson. And then back another row, we got the 710 of Chronics High next to the 722 of Corey Gamble. We got the 65 of Taylor Berger next to the 18 of Austin Kiesler. You got the 22 of Billy Ray Dog next to the 11 of Jack Bad. You got the 43 of Blaze next to the 57 of Bruno. We got the 74 of Barry Sternparts Jr. next to the 95 of Brett Aldrich. You got the 17 of Sophie Ray Dog next to the 16 of Christopher Rich. You got the 420 of Zane High next to the 98 of Brad Miller. You got the 15 of Triple C next to the number 7 of Caden Gamble. You got the 59 of Jeremy Stalehorn next to the 88 of Brett Rainier. You got the 387 of Trey Fanta next to the 002 of Brandon Cook. You got the 19 of Chris Chaos next to the 99 of Chris Michaels. These two did exceptionally well in practice. Chris, it's gotten handed to us just now that these two made altercations to their car before qualifying that were not acceptable, and they got moved to the tail end of the longest lines.
It looked like these people would learn. I mean, it seems like that happens to somebody every single week.
Every week, it seems like, these drivers, new company, just trying to figure out what they can do to maybe get an edge and get away with something, but it doesn't seem to get by here at the FMRA. Now, it's not often that we have someone who sponsors a car. You don't really have any stake ownership in any company, but you're a sponsor for Rich Money Racing. You got anything insight of what it's like to be just a sponsor?
There was some bad blood between me and Rich, but we've kind of settled that, made peace with each other, and it's just nice to have my books occasionally sponsor the cars. And he's got a lot of great sponsors. He's got like Hellman's, Celsius, Amazon. So it's a pretty good working place, and everybody gets along with each other.
Yeah, and you kind of make it sound like they're just doing real good and you're just happy to be there, but if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't have that Amazon sponsorship. I know that because I was there for the meetings. Rich has got to really appreciate you for just sticking with him, even though you guys have kind of had this thing with Summer Rain back and forth. I don't necessarily want to get into that too much, but we will get into the fact that Summer Rain right now, second place to start this race. This puts Ford at the advantage to the start because, it's a mixed field up there right now. You got Toyota, you got a couple Chevys, Ford, and then Chevy, and then the next two row, Ford. So even 3 Fords up here, top 10 at least. We're going to see what's going to happen, Chris.
Be exciting. Michigan is actually probably one of my second favorite track there is to Darlington.
I don't know if Darlington is even on the schedule. I'll have to check it. I forgot about Michigan, to be honest, until we got flown here for the Dash Series yesterday, which you were supposed to be there yesterday. Do you want to tell everyone what happened to you?
Missed my flight.
Don't you have a private jet?
Actually let Rich use that this week.
What happened to his private jet?
Something about the goat chewing something in it, and some of the controls or something. It got let loose in there.
Is the goat here today?
Not see him right here beside me?
Oh, that... Man, god dang it. I thought something stunk in here.
Oh, he cleaned up those tacos.
Hey, he ate my tacos. Tell you what, we're gonna end up with some gyros. This goat keeps messing with me. But nonetheless, pace car has the field. Right now they're making their way by. You see that top 5, even top 10 cars here. 93, Chris Gamble, 60 Summer Rain, 007 Jackson Beauregard. You got the 14 of Tyler Ferguson, the 01 of Dylan Wagner, which this is his second official race in the Sportsman Series. And you can do great in qualifying, but let's see what happens when the green flag drops and everybody is unleashed on the track. Here we go. Chris Gamble gets a heck of a jump.
Going for second.
No 3 wide pushes yet like we see in the SK. We are seeing a bunch of people towards the back kind of making moves with 3 wide there towards the back. Up front here, 007 Jackson Beauregard's going to make his way forward. He's going to pass Chris Gamble. Chris Gamble goes way high.
Wow.
We're 4 wide right there. Oh! Big
He is going to lose
bunch.
a ton of spots.
Tyler got in to the 001 on Mike's door. We're going to see an accident. No, they save it. Wow.
I can't believe that wasn't on a wreck.
And we're still going green, folks. Right now, it looks like Dylan Wagner's took the lead. Jackson Beauregard making his way back forward here.
Definitely seems like that low line is the advantage because whoever seems to take the top line drops back, at least here early on.
Dylan gets pushed high by the 007. Jackson Beauregard and him almost touch. Summer Rain trying to stick her nose in there.
Four-car battle for the lead.
Chris Gamble goes high again and does not work out for him. Dylan's going to pull away. Jackson, Beauregard, and Summer Rain fighting side by side. Here comes Aaron Aldridge into the fray.
If we have pit stops, I think that'll play a key factor here.
If we do, we are going only 50 laps here for the Sportsman Series at Michigan. We'll see if pit stops even become a thing, but I know one thing, Chris, and that is Dylan in this 01 car is doing exceptionally well.
We can already say this has not been a boring race.
Oh, there's been a lot of changes. Right now, everyone's starting to fall into line. I think they're like, hey, you know, we are only 5 laps in to this 50-lap race. Maybe we should calm it down just a tad. Summer Rain gets out from side by side with the 007 of Jackson Beauregard. Now going to work on catching up to the 01 of Dylan. And then right behind her is that 93 of Chris Gamble. And Chris, he has a fast car. Gamble Motorsports, one of the top companies in the FMRA. Rich Money Racing, another top organization, but being one of the sole organizations working with Ferrari, I don't know how well that works out for him. I know Ferrari and Ford wanted to make the partnership going into the year great, but I haven't really heard much about it here in the middle of the year. Or I guess we're still at the beginning, I guess. But we're a few races in, and Rich Money Racing is still got some good quality cars from Ford, or trucks, I should say. So we'll have to see what happens there, Chris.
For Rich has just had kind of a bad year. Even when he was running good, like he had bad luck and got wrecked out.
You know, a lot of drivers are having that kind of luck, especially at the beginning of this season, especially in like the Grand Stock Series. Most notably would be drivers like our champion last year, Aaron Aldridge. Triple C's had a horrible year. Tyler
Ferguson has had some rough luck.
Yeah, Tyler Ferguson. One driver that has done exceptionally well across the board has been Trey Fanta, which no one really seen that coming after his first test season and then getting rid of his own racing team to join Fat Money Racing. And then that season didn't do too well either, and now here we are. And I know on the books it's the second season, but we're technically in our third season here at the FMRA, and he has been excelling. in almost every series. I'm actually surprised I'm not seeing him at the front right now.
Where is he running at the moment?
Let's go ahead and take a look here. Trey Fanta, he's about 16th, and he's got a mess of cars. It's a hornet's nest back here, Chris.
Ooh.
Brett Aldridge up here as well. Kind of odd not seeing Brett Aldridge up in at least the top 10. I mean, he's in the top 15 right now. We'll see how that holds out. Austin Kiesler, that white Fire 18. Exalta starting to make its way to the front, but here we are, lap 10 of 50. Dylan's still got a good lead on Summer Rain. Right now they're fighting for third. Chris Gamble and Jackson Beauregard. Chris Gamble takes it. Another driver that kind of needs wins, Chris, if we can get into that subject, is this 43 team, Blaze Motorsports. I mean, they could really use some victories in that camp.
Yellow, yellow.
Oh, yellow flag.
Oh, we have caution.
Let's see. I don't think it was Sophie. Who was the caution? Think we found the caution. Looks like Brad Miller having a rough day. Gets sent up by the 65 of Taylor Berger. We're going to have to watch that back, see if that was on purpose or what. Then he gets kind of sucked up right here. Able to get around everybody to come to the stop we've seen. But let's go back. Who was at fault here? 65 of Taylor's going to go to the inside. Oh, they touched. Well, that's going to be up for Josh to decide, but it doesn't look like
That's what I was about to say. Josh will have to decide that.
It didn't look too much on purpose to me, but that is not my department.
Yeah, I think it looked more like a racing incident where the car just drifted up. Truck, I should say.
Well, here we are, guys. Looks like caution came out about lap 12. Here we are, lap 13. Dylan has the lead. Summer Rain second. Chris Gamble there in third. Jackson Beauregard fourth. Blaze fifth. And Summer Rain going to go to pit road. Pit strategies have begun.
She better hope that she's not the only one going to pit road.
Now, I do have some bad news. We got to try to get this race done with before the sun goes down, because I guess last week they removed all the lights from the track.
Okay.
They're supposed to be putting in new ones. I don't know anything about that. I was just informed. We planned for a night race. No lights here in Michigan currently.
Summer Rain and all those that pitted, they could be in the catbird seat, because if these other drivers have to pit for gas under caution, they probably have enough to keep going. End.
You know, that's probably very accurate. Chris, another thing I would like to note is, you know, some of these teams towards the front, this is their first year working with these drivers, with these, like, inside these teams. Chris Gamble, not new to Gamble Motorsports, but he is new to the Sportsman Series in that 93 Liverpool truck. And even though he was or is part owner of Gamble Motorsports, you know, there's still that you got to get used to your driver. Like there's that period of where it takes a minute for you guys to kind of gel.
That's the same for any business relationship.
Summer Rain going to pit road's really going to change things up here in the front, bringing forward Aaron Aldridge and Tyler Ferguson there in that next row.
I wonder if that might have been an RMR race strategy. I wonder if all four of them might have pitted.
Looks like a good amount of people did hit pit road. We're going to have to see what happens.
And definitely going to look out here when the green flag hits, because they say cautions breed cautions.
Green flag.
Dylan's going to get a good jump here on that restart, but that's not what matters here at Michigan. You're going to see him slowly start to fall back to that next car. And these guys are going to get into a run here. 007's going to try to cross Dylan here. And he does. Aaron Aldridge's going to sneak right in there as well. There's the 57. Blaze gets by. And we got a whole new race for the lead here.
It's a gaggle.
Aaron Aldridge tried a different line, but it does not seem to have paid off until right then. He gets into it so much faster. Wow. And there's the 57 of Bruno. Here's Dylan again. They're 3 wide. The 01 and the 5 get into it.
Lap.
Wow. Bruno gonna lead for now.
Rory Thompson does not want any more bad publicity.
Rory Thompson isn't even in this race.
Oh, I thought he was in the 01.
It's Dylan. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
57 got down below the yellow line a little bit. Oh, pit road! All the drivers who didn't go to pit road before.
They waited about 2 laps and then went.
I have no idea what these strategies are. Looks like Tyler Ferguson gonna have to go to pit road. Oh!
We're treating this more like a road course.
Austin Keyser got into the wall real hard. Looks like we're going to keep going right in front of Rich. Mikey Henderson sneaks by. And
I
here,
think Austin Kiesler gets the Hard Luck of the Year award.
Summer Rain now battling Mikey Henderson for the lead. She's going to sneak by on the lower side, maybe. She's going to have traffic in her way.
Oh, they got to watch out for those cars coming off pit road.
Mikey's going to be able to use that to his advantage there. He gets loose. And this is where Summer gets the advantage. We are seeing chaos right now, but Mikey pulls away with the lead there. Jack Bad at his toes.
Cars racing to stay on the lead lap. Cars trying to get their lap back.
This is just pure chaos right now. Jack Bad is your leader. Mikey Henderson second. Summer Rain in third. Chris Michaels fourth. And Brett Aldridge in fifth. We're only 22 laps in. Triple C trying to get his lap back the hard way. Everyone else kind of holding up.
Considering how
Go ahead.
Considering how early they pitted, I'm pretty sure we'll probably see another round of pit stops before this is over.
At least one more. Even some people that pitted the earliest they could, I wouldn't even wonder if they don't push this one, they maybe even got two more left in store for them. Right now, Jack Bad, Mikey Henderson is the battle for the lead. Mikey was a great sign for Aldridge Racing, and he is definitely paid for himself in time. Triple C runs him low. Triple C wants to get that lap back. Mikey's still second. Dylan is trying to get his lap back as well. We got the 99 of Chris Michaels in third. Brett Aldridge in fourth. And that 95 in Summer Rain has fallen back to fifth. And a whole gaggle of cars back here, which who knows what this mess of cars is. But let's go back and focus on your leader, who has a car lap down in between him and second place, which is a great place to be.
Each set of tires must not have agreed with Summer Rain's car, because something's definitely off with it now.
Seeing cars coming off pit road. Triple C gonna try to pass Jack Bad. Get back on the lead lap. Wasn't able to hold it. 15 gonna fly right.
Seeing Jack Bad at the front in a lot of races lately.
Jack Bad has definitely excelled this season. Michael's making his way up here to battle for that lead spot. As cars are starting to pile up on each other. Dylan racing his brother there, keeping him low, trying to get past him. He wants to be that first car a lap down, or to even get back on the lead lap. Jack Bad right in front of him. He sees all these cars coming for him. Dylan gonna go for it. But again, another car tried to go down low and Jack Bad and just not have enough. He's going to put Aaron Aldridge a lap down.
Something Aldridge Racing didn't want to hear.
And Jack Bad just pulling away now. I mean, the first car on lap 99. He's about to get passed by Sophie Raydog. Sophie Raydog, though, a couple laps down. She don't matter. Chronic's high. They're in the 7-10, and he is a lap down. He don't matter. There's Mikey fighting for position. Oh, Jack Bad had to go to pit road. Mikey's now your leader.
Ooh. What lap are we on now?
We're on lap 31 of 50.
19 to go.
Strategies are getting separated here. You just seen Michaels go to pit road. Mikey's going to stay out. Mikey's going to go this time by, it looks like. Mikey goes to pit road. Brett Aldridge is now your leader. '95 goes to pit road.
Except for that one incident, we've been pretty much caution-free this race.
Yes, we have, and Bruno has took the lead.
Might have just jinxed us.
May have. Bruno has took the lead here, which once he comes around this time, I think he's got a pretty good lead. Oh, he's going to have to go to
Disney says we're not supposed to talk about... Disney says we're not supposed to talk about Bruno, but we sure talk about him a lot.
We sure do. Jack Bad takes the lead there.
So cycled back around now.
Jack Bad has a 5-second lead to second place of Mikey Henderson.
Must have been having some lightning fast pit stops.
Ferguson Motorsports switched to Chevy this season, and I guess it's worked out for Jack Bad. Let's go check on the rest of the field here. Brad Miller's 24 laps down in Care Center. Not able to get that car in the garage, not able to get that car back out. Sophie Raydog's still out here, 11 laps down. Taylor Berger, 1 lap down. Aaron Aldridge, 1 lap down. Blaze, 1 lap down. Brandon Cook, 1 lap down. Jackson Beauregard's 1 lap down. And then first car on the lead lap, Jeremy Selhorn, who definitely just 1 lap down. Bruno is on the lead lap. Chronix high. Dylan Wagner's falling back to 19th place. Tyler Ferguson back here in 18th. Triple C is in pit road. Different strategies all around. Jack Bad has the 007 of Jackson Beauregard at his side. Strategies is what's going to count here. Who has the best strategy? Jack Bad's losing that lead, but only little by little. Brandon Cook's a lap down, and he got a bunch of lap down cars. Mikey's got a bunch of cars in between him and Jack Bad. Summer Rain starting to make her way back up here to 3rd place. Chris Michaels battling in 4th against some lap cars. Brett Aldridge, 5th place here. A lot of teams on opposite strategies. I don't know what's going to play out here, Chris.
Guess as good as mine.
So while we got a minute, you want to talk about your new book?
My new children's book, Parker the Pug, has been released under the pen name Raven Tucker. And it made it to the top 100 in one category on Amazon the first night. Sold many, many copies. Has a 5-star average rating, over 6 ratings and reviews. And if little munchkins like to read, go get it on Amazon.
Is there a certain way to look it up? Just Parker the Pug, and it'll pop up?
Yeah, that should be it. I think it's actually called Parker the Pug Meets a Cat, but I think if you type in Parker the Pug, it'll show up.
Make sure it's by author Raven Tucker. Check it out on Amazon. I can't say or not, but heck, you might see a Parker the Pug car in the Grand Stock Series for the All-Star race. Or maybe you won't. I don't know. It could happen.
It's going to be one adorable car if it is.
Right now, Jack Bad is your leader. We're 42 laps into this 50-lap race. No sign of Jack Bad letting up. However, they are catching him. Mikey isn't too far behind. Summer Rain right there. You got Chris Michaels also in tow. Anything could happen here at Michigan. You know, Ferguson Motorsports, one of them teams that are struggling. A win could definitely help them, help the morale of the whole shop.
Earlier we were talking about that, about Sally's taco truck. I heard Rich say that if Sally wants to stay, he will give her a good offer for her business back if she wants to stay. You know, Rich.
So what you're saying, there's a possibility Sally could re-own Sally's?
It's a possibility.
You guys heard it here first. Rumors are flying. Sally could become back owner of Sally's. And, you know, there hasn't been a Sally sponsorship in the field in quite some time. It'd be nice to see that again. Jack Bad right now.
The last time it was on, we had Sally's on a truck, I think it was Summer Rain's truck.
I believe it was her first season.
Rich's.
Or maybe it was Rich's. It was someone's truck. Right now, Jack Bad, still your
It was one of the
leader.
two.
45 laps into this 50-lap race. That means there's 6 laps to go. And when he crosses the line, will be 5 laps to go. We've had changes of leaders.
You know what? Josh missed out today on a good race.
Yes, he did. And right now, I think it's Jack Bad's race.
There's a pit strategy or something. I don't think anybody's catching Jack.
Oh, Jack has to go to pit road. This is going to change
And just
everything
as I
up.
say it.
Mikey takes the lead.
Man.
Everything changes on pit road. Pit strategies. Jack Bad thought he had it. But right now, it's Mikey's race to lose.
If any of Jack Bad's pit crews listening to the broadcast, we might get some angry letters.
I'm just as shocked as they are, I bet. I was not expecting that. Jack Bad made a heck of a mistake as Mikey right now goes across the line in first place to win. And Brett Aldridge has made his way to second. I don't see him. He's so far back there that unless Mikey has to go to pit road, I don't know. Uh-oh.
I think we've proven today that the broadcaster's curse is definitely a real thing.
Mikey has to go to pit road. Brett Aldridge takes the lead. 2 laps to go. What were you saying about the curse?
We've proven that the broadcaster curse is definitely a real thing.
Right now, Brett Aldridge is your leader. Is he going to have to go to pit road? He's going to take the white flag this time by. White flag for Brett Aldridge. Brett Aldridge right now just trying to hold on. As he comes around to take the checkered flag, Brett Aldridge is your winner. And second place is not Brett Rainier. Give us a moment. As we try to figure out, Jack Bad takes second. Bruno third.
Nice finish for Bruno.
Are the rest of these accurate? Mikey Henderson fourth. Summer Rain fifth. Jackson Beauregard sixth. Brandon Cook seventh. Chris Michaels eighth. Brett Rainier ninth. Tyler Ferguson 10th. Now go ahead, pause, rescan if you want to see where any of your drivers ended up, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow for the Grand Stock race.